A warm welcome to this session of Electrician Trade. Today, we are going to see practice on laying of domestic service line. At the end of this session, you will be able to locate the nearest pole, specify and estimate the quantity of materials required, prepare the GI pipe, bend in the form of a gooseneck and install it in position. Prepare the support GI wire with ring insulator as separators and service cable. Draw the service cable and connect it to the energy meter. Connect the service cable to the overhead line through an aerial fuse. Earth the service cable support wire at both ends. Electrician tool kit and equipments required. Electrician tool kit. Pipe jumper 25 mm diameter, 40 cm length. Pipe wrench 50 mm. Megger 500 volts. Ravel plug tool number 10 with bit. Hacksaw adjustable with blade 300 mm. Safety belt. Bamboo ladder 6 meters height. GI die set with stock 15 to 40 mm. Earth clips 40 mm 6 numbers. Twin core service cable weatherproof or PVC sheathed insulated cable 2.5 square mm 250 volts grade. GI wire 10 SWG. GI wire 12 SWG and 22 SWG. GI wire 7x3 into 15 mm size. Porcelain ring insulator 70 numbers. GI pipe 40 mm 3 meters. GI bends 40 mm. MS clamps 40 mm 3 mm thick. Wood screws 40 mm number 8. 8 numbers. Silver paint 200 ml. Stay insulators 2 numbers. Bombay nails 8 numbers. Cable glands, bricks, sand, cable compound, solder, clamps for fixing the cable as required. Locate the nearest pole, specify and estimate the quantity of materials required. In the electrical power distribution system, the service connections from an existing service pole to the consumer building will be provided by service lines. When working on a service line, it is of utmost necessary to make a shutdown before connecting the service cable to the service line. Now, let us start our exercise. Locate the nearest electrical pole and measure the distance from the pole to the building to which the service line is to be drawn. Note down the measured value in the tabulation. Identify whether the supply required for the house is single or three-phase. Note, care should be taken to see that the service cable does not cross the adjacent building area. Prepare the GI pipe, bend in the form of a gooseneck and install it in position. Now, locate the position of the meter board and determine the height of GI pipe to be fixed for service connection. Determine the length required for the gooseneck bend and the thickness of the wall. Note down the measured value in the tabulation. Determine the length of the cable required from the inside wall to the meter terminals. Note down the measured value in the tabulation. Calculate the required length of service cable and GI pipe from the measured values. Mark and cut 2 pieces of GI pipe of length L1 and L2. Thread the GI pipe of length L1 and L2 at one end. Bend one end of the longer GI pipe L1 to form the gooseneck having a diameter equal to 12 times of the pipe diameter. Make a hole in the wall with a pipe jumper such that the pipe where fitted is nearer to the energy meter terminals. Fix the GI bend to L2 GI pipe. Prepare the support of GI wire with separators and service cables. Pass the fish wire through the assembled pipe. Fix the GI pipe vertically to the wall using MS clamps. Bind 2 numbers of small ring insulators in the case of single-phase supply in one set by means of a suitable GI wire of 10 SWG. Bind such sets at a uniform distance to a main support GI wire of 10 SWG. Pass the service wire through the ring insulators, leaving a sufficient length of wire for connection at both the ends. Mark the cables as phase and neutral at both ends. Fix one end of the support GI wire to the vertical pipe below the goose neck using U clamps. Fix the other end of the support GI wire to the pole. Draw the service cable and connect it to the energy meter. Draw the service cable through the GI pipe by fish wire, providing bushes at both the ends of the pipe. Connect service cable to the overhead lines through an aerial fuse. Connect the service lines to the energy meter and then to the cutouts. Earth the service cable support wire at both ends. Connect an earth continuity conductor between the U-clamp of GI pipe and to the consumer main board earth terminal. Provide earth clamps on the GI pipe for earthing. Connect the phase cable of the service cable to the phase wire of the distribution line through a joint or by a connector. Connect the neutral cable of the service cable to the neutral wire of the distribution line through a joint or by a connector. When working on a service line, it is of utmost necessary to make a shutdown before connecting the service cable to the service line. Inspect the service line connections and then energize the line. Recap. In this session, we have learned how to locate the nearest pole, specify and estimate the quantity of materials required. Prepare the GI pipe, bend in the form of a gooseneck and install it in position. Prepare the support GI wire with ring insulator as separators and service cable. Draw the service cable and connect it to the energy meter. Connect the service cable to the overhead lines through an aerial fuse. Earth the service cable support wire at both the ends. Hope you have understood all the concepts in this session. See you in the next session with a new concept. Thank you.